Hello folks, welcome back to another review and thoughts on. I just got done checking out They Reach, which is a new movie I bought. Pretty much it's a indie film, stars Mary Madeline Monroe, Eden Campbell, and Morgan Chandler. First you hear them, then you see them, then they reach. Okay, so anyway, it's a 2020 film, horror film. Basically, it's Stranger Things meets somewhat I don't want to say the Goonies, because it's a trio of kids, three best friends. The lead girl, Jessica, who I guess at the beginning, it's 10 years later. It's 1979. I guess pretty much her and her dad and mom recently lost her brother. They don't specify, I don't think, ever how he died, but pretty much around town everybody's sad for them, and so they're trying to get through that. And pretty much the Jessica character is more of a nerd geek. Well, I want to call her that. Not that that's a bad thing. She's like a Tony Stark type of smart, Jimmy Neutron type inventions, and the dad thinks that's weird because she's a girl. So if you're a girl, you're not supposed to be smart. You're supposed to be playing with dolls and cheerleading, I guess. But I'm like, she can be doing way worse things than, building inventions. Like, there's a cool invention that she makes with, like, potatoes and, like, a light machine thing. I thought that was going to come into play. I mean, it does come into play. I thought it was going to be, like, it is sort of a weapon, but not, like, laser shooting out or anything like that. Pretty much the movie, it's these three, after she, buys a tape player, she bleeds on it, and then, a demon is unleashed, and pretty much the three of them have to try to get it back into its has to get it back locked. They have to lock it back up where it came from, which is in the tape player. The acting's fine. You have CGI tentacle arm hand demon hand thing. Some of them are practical, so that was cool. Again, my channel, I'm not one of those people that, ew, the CGI is horrible. I don't mind the look of the demon CGI hands. That's just me. I never did care as long as I liked the movie. And the movie, I will say, it has some balls, because, like, it kills one of the main trio, kills, like, the, this girl, the, Cheddar. I think her name's Cheddar, or Chowder, whatever. But yeah, Cheddar. Played by Eden Campbell, who I thought was funny. She's supposed to be like the comedic, wild one, I guess, tomboy kind of. I thought her acting was cool, or good. Really, like, everybody in this movie was pretty good, except maybe the what is supposed to be the sheriff, the black guy, who I guess is friends with her dad and the family. His acting was off and on for me at times, and then he dies later on, sacrificing himself. But yeah, there's some cool stuff in it. There's a cool scene where Jessica sees, like, her doppelganger. So you have scenes with doppelgangers. One of them caught me off guard, because I'm like, oh wow, because, like, there's a scene where her and Cheddar are talking at in the gym, and I guess school must have been way different in the 70s and 60s or whatever, because like I didn't know you can eat pizza or any type of snack or food during, I don't know, phys ed, because like the character Cheddar, she has like a pizza and she's eating it, and then she like puts it on her face because like she's making fun of. She's trying to make Jessica laugh because she tells her how she saw her doppelganger in the basement, but during that when the teacher doesn't say anything about her having food in the gym, but okay, he calls her up to play, I guess dodgeball or whatever, or I think it was basketball. So they go off screen, they run off screen, and it's just one girl standing there, and then she walks off, and then but you realize that's her doppelganger. She was like just blending. She was like blending in with the other people, so they run off, and then the movie kind of drags, I'll say, in spots. This is not like this isn't, The Conjuring or Insidious type of thing. This is more of a throwback 60s, 70s slow burn type of thing. There's some drama going on. I did like I liked the scene between the dad and Jessica in the basement where he's trying to fix, or trying to go through like this uh trash at this trash box that she bought or got from the pawn shop or whatever. And then she comes down and he's like, all right, 10 minutes or whatever. And he's like letting her at his workbench, and they have like a moment. That was cool. Then she cuts herself trying to fix the tape player, and then that's what, makes everything hit the fan. But yeah, pretty much it's a decent movie. I'll say it was well made for its budget, wherever it was. I don't know how to say this name, Sylas Dall. He co-wrote and directed it. He directed it, but then co-wrote it with somebody else. But yeah, I would like to hear the commentary on this. But yeah, the movie, I'll say it's pretty decent for what it is, what it was trying to do. And at the end, it reminded me more of Jumanji and somewhat Stranger Things, but mostly Jumanji, because at the beginning it's her going into this shop, and she finds a box of pretty much junk, and she finds his tape player, and then stuff happens. So it reminded me of that, and then even the ending reminded me of that, where it somehow it's the tape player is actually like a time machine, I guess a time machine type of thing, because like it during everything hits the fan where everybody pretty much dies except her. At the last minute, the tape somehow, I think she either touches it or rewinds it or something, and then it takes her back before she takes it home. So then she's like, "No, I'm not." So it pulls a Jumanji type of thing at the end, which is cool, because I love Jumanji. I don't like these new. I'm not really a big fan of the new ones, but I like the classic Robin Williams one. But yeah, I like that ending. It's just her at the. I didn't understand the whole. She almost gets hit by a car on her bike, which I'm like, why? And then the Sam character. I think the boy's name's Sam. Yeah, the guy character named Sam Morgan Chandler. He comes up and is like, "Oh man, Jessica, are you okay?" And pretty much he decides she's not buying that. She's not getting that box that junk box or whatever. And pretty much they just walk the cheddar character's alive. Everybody's alive, so It's pretty much events before what happens if she would have bought or got the box thing. And then it's just them on their bikes and they're walking off, and a cool music or cool song at the end, and then it ends. Happy ending, pretty much. I will say during the final, where everything hits the fan, the climax of it, I didn't understand the dad sacrificing himself, because like he because you have to pretty much for a sacrifice, you have to you have to bleed on the, you have to shed blood on the tape thing. And he does it, but then he goes in the portal, but then that doesn't do anything, because, like, then the Sam character dies, he gets, killed, and then it's just her, and then she almost becomes possessed. I'm like, oh, don't do this to me. Do not do this to me. You are doing so well. But it doesn't do that. It actually has a decent ending, where everything works out. Or they go back in time. So it's pretty much like what's that name? What is that movie? Thora and Jumanji. So it's pretty much like those movies where it's an adventure, and it's like a horror. And the gore in this is fine. A lot of it is off screen, so it's like either blood splat, which is fine, I guess. And even the look of the demon at the end, it was okay. It's more of like a skull type of thing. So, I don't know. I wasn't too big on the design of the demon, but yeah. Anyway, if you've seen this movie, They Reach, I would like to know your thoughts on it. I would say give it a watch if you like Stranger Things. Don't go into this thinking it's a, uh, you know, Insidious type of thing or Conjuring. Because at the beginning they try to build it up like it's gonna be like that. There was another cool scene where she's in her room and she's laying down, and like this black shadow hand is creeping up on her, and then it quickly goes away when she jumps. So that was pretty creepy. There's some creepy scenes in this movie. I'll give it that as well. But yeah, the music's fine. The acting's good in spots. Again, to look at a demon, could have done better, I think. I would have liked it where they would have explored like the whole, because when her hand is cut, so she's marked with the demon symbol. I would have liked if they explored like her struggling to control the demon or whatever, but they don't really do that. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed my review, my video. Please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Leave a comment if you would like to. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, and happy holidays and peace and love.